And the general manager of the new complex doing the ribbon cutting there. The cheers to this major investment in downtown Louisville by Churchill Downs today. Ironically, a former bank, U.S. Bank, now has become a gambling center, Derby City Gaming downtown, where the money will certainly be rolling, and so will the hope for more tourists and many people downtown. But will other businesses downtown benefit? Well, joining me live right here to talk about the impact of this major investment is Nat Irvin. He is the professor of management practice and entrepreneurship at the University of Louisville. He also teaches leadership. And Nat, I invited you in to get a reality check because we know what the politicians like to say. Sure. But in your view, is this gambling center, which is perfectly located at 4th and Market, can it have the spin-off effect outside those walls?
Well, I certainly hope so, Doug. And here's the thing that I think is so powerful about it. It is a bet by Churchill Downs betting on the city of Louisville. You know, when my wife and I moved here in 2007, it was in part because, not just because of the wonderful University of Louisville, but it was because of downtown. And when you think about what's happening right now in terms of our ecosystem, the number of people who are no longer working downtown, who are no longer working in offices, just the impact of what has happened with the pandemic, all of those major forces that are changing the way that we live, we know that a city needs to have a downtown. And so the bet that I think Churchill Downs has made is that this investment will help to attract energy. We've got great sports. We've got great sports with the University of Louisville. We have all new kinds of ways of thinking about pop-up businesses that downtown cities around the world, around the country, are trying to do to reinvigorate their center downtown. So when you have a place like Derby City Gaming, it brings energy, it brings resources, and it brings money.
Let me ask you, you brought up a good point. I love downtown. WHAS has been an anchor of downtown for decades.
Right.
But I got to be honest with you, growing up here, the city reminds me of what it was in the mid-'80s, really struggling. The city's downtown's in real trouble now.
No question about
it. Because you have skyscrapers that many have many floors and maybe have 8 floors occupied. So. The people, that's a difference from what was here in 1980. The city was growing then. That's not the case now. So where do you see the rebound coming, and where's the hope?
Well, it has to be in the imagination of people who make investments. Now, that means that we have to reach a wider group of people, the artistic community. You know, the arts community have known, if you look at the history of cities, the arts bring a lot of imagination. You have to think about the next generation of young entrepreneurs. There are all kinds of things happening with artificial intelligence. There are all new ways that we're thinking about work. There are new ways we're thinking about education. There's aging. There are a lot of different forces, but we have to think differently. And the thing about it, why it's so important to have a bet like Churchill Downs, is because they've brought energy and money, which means that you're going to have an opportunity for contributions to nonprofits. You're going to you have an opportunity for employment. You have an opportunity to reinvest in safety, which is a major issue. No question about that. But if you don't have an investment like this, you have no chance. So that's why I say it is a big bet on us. It's a bet on the history of this community, which produced Muhammad Ali. And so from time to time, cities go through these kinds of periods, and we're in one now.
I love how you say that and how you think. That's what we wanted, the reality check. Nat Irvin from UofL, thank you very much. Your perspective is very interesting. I think you're raised to grow a lot of great points, so thank you for coming in. We appreciate it.
Doug, thank you for inviting me.